Okay guys, I'm going to do a demonstration on disassembly of the 1911 A1. Um, I'm not going to take out the firing pin and extractor because I don't feel like it's going to be clean. But I'll do that in the future if people ask. Um, this is just going to be your basics. You don't have to clean the extractor every time you go in range, but after every 1,000 or so I recommend it. Um, anyway, uh, I'm kind of like Shade Tree. I've done it hundreds of times. Well, yeah, hundreds of times. Took apart 1911. It's a little more tricky than your average gun, like a Glock, but you know, everything's kind of so-so when you put it back together. So what, you have to do it in the right order. Um, anyway, guess I'm gonna start. Yes, first thing you need to do, well, it has been safety checked, but there you go. Is put it in safety. You know, first thing, safety check it. Put it into safety. I'd have the hammer cocked back. Push this down. You can have a tool to do it, but you can do it by hand. Unless you got some kind of special setup, maybe a compensator, you know. Anyway, you push this down. Okay, see this, the front piece right here, the barrel bushing, it'll hold this down until you kind of wedge it over if you don't have a tool. This thing is, this plunger, it's called the plunger I think, is underneath a lot of pressure, so you need to hold your hand on there firmly. If not, it'll shoot out and you'll find this thing and you'll never find this thing again. It'll be tricked because every time you lose something, it's transported to the next dimension. You know, just anyway. Just hold this down real good, tilt this sideways, and just release. It's not underneath no pressure that, you know, if you ain't got strong hands, you should be able to do it without a problem. And then to take the barrel bushing off, you see if you press it like this, it'll hit the spring. So just dent the spring in enough to turn this around the other way. Yeah, maybe I had it right the first time. See. He wanting to turn out on me here. There we go. Got it out now. Sorry about that. Some 1911 is kind of finicky like that. Sometimes they work the way they want. Anyway, then when you got that, see, you got your first lug right here, which is your lock whenever it's empty rounds, or your barrel, your slide lock. There you go. And see this little notch right here? That's your disassembly notch. Anyway, just kind of pull it back to where this part reaches up with that. And on this side, we got this little piece right here, and just want to, you can push down on it, and when you push down on this, you see that comes out, and you just pull it out. It comes out pretty easy, unless your gun's new or something or never been cleaned for the first time. I just cleaned this gun, so it's got a little oil residue and stuff on it from my fingers. I haven't really wiped it off because I was going to do disassembly. Anyway, then you just slide it off. You pull this out from inside, and if it's your first time doing it, always kind of remember, take a mental picture on where everything is. It'll make it easier for you when you put it back together, because seeing it on camera is one thing, actually doing it's another. And then, you know, on the barrel, this is pushed up, you just push it down, slide it out the front, and that's the disassembly. Keep all your parts, you know, together. Then putting it back together is a little bit more tricky. not real bad, but shit likes to go together certain ways, and if you ain't got it perfect, it won't go together. Anyway, slide your barrel back in. Again, make sure the pieces that it should go down on its own. Push the barrel in position to all the way back. Push plunger in, or the spring in. It's got this little notch that rests on the barrel. Just slide this through like that, and this locking lug should be down and not up. It kind of floats around its own, so you gotta kind of hold it a certain way to get it to go in right. Just push it down, push that back in. I don't know if it's exactly how you do it, but I was told to hold it upside down and you slide the frame back on it. That's the way I do it. And just kind of get it like that. Then after you put that in there, I flip it like this, and then you slide it back. See, the thing is that the hole on the barrel locking lug, you want to try to match it with the inside of that. You see that little hole sliding around in there? You're going to try to match that in here before you slide this back in there, because that's what holds the barrel and everything in place. So anyway, push the barrel back, slide that to where you can kind of see it. When you push this in, see how that kind of scuff marks right there? Unless you're super delicate, you're going to get a little bit of wear on it. I got this from everyday carry, so it's got a few marks on it. I pack it a lot. Slide that in there. Now if it goes in pretty good shape, but sometimes, getting it right here is a different thing. Make sure it fits in there. Push everything back. Slide everything forward. Put your safety on. Put your barrel bushing in. You know what I'm saying? Slide it till it goes in there. Put your spring down. Turn it to the side. Put your plunger on. You want to hold this, push it back in there with quite a bit of pressure. You know, just work that back around. And then make sure everything kind of works. Slide it, make sure everything feels good. Okay, and that's it.